Welcome back to another video. That scene that you just saw, that's what we're doing right now. It's one of those we're in the past but in the future type shots. Let's get the drone and get the shot. So I did another bad thing. You know how I keep saying I'm gonna delete the Amazon app, but we all know I'm not gonna delete it. Well, as you saw in this beginning, I'm using a drone, but it's not the Mini 2 that I already have. I ended up getting a new drone. It's the new Mavic 3 Classic without that extra lens, so it makes it a lot cheaper, which is awesome because I don't really need or would use that lens. And a few reasons why I ended up picking up this drone. One, you can use this cool new remote. Well, I don't think the remote is new, but you can use the newer remote instead of having to use the old remote where you have to plug in your phone and it just takes a lot more time to set up. So just being able to whip this out, start flying it right away is amazing. I hated using my phone and launching everything. It took way too long. The second reason is it has way better obstacle sensing. So if I'm flying it and there's things coming in the way or I'm about to hit something, it should, in theory, sense it and either brake or try and avoid it. And it has sensors all around the drone versus my Mini 2 that didn't have any sensors at all. So this should prevent some crashes. Hopefully, I've crashed my Mini 2 about 2 times. So hopefully we can avoid some of those crashes with this new drone. And then another reason, it has the auto tracking. As you saw in those beginning shots, I was tracking the car, or if I'm shooting by myself, I'm on the one-wheel electric bike, I can just track myself. So far, I'm enjoying it, and let's go get more footage. So this is the Mavic 3. My nickname for it is going to be the Green Goblin because of these cool new propellers that I got. They're supposed to be able to make it fly just a little bit longer, and it's supposed to be a little less noisy. This thing is super loud compared to my previous drone. And what else? They just look cool. I think that's one of my favorite features of the drone now, the propellers. Am I a good enough pilot to go from the Mini 2 all the way to a big drone like this? And the answer is probably no. But I still got it. We're still gonna fly it out. Let's try and get some footage. Another reason that I mentioned is I can track myself on the one wheel. So we're gonna test this out real quick. It is super cold, so we're gonna do this as quick as possible. So one thing I'm looking forward to once it gets a little bit warmer, which it's going to be a little bit, is being able to track myself on the one wheel like I was doing just now in the e-bike and just getting some fun shots. And I just want to use this drone to add a little production value to the vlog, get some cool angles, get some cool shots, being able to use some of the drone footage as transitions in the vlog. So just making it a little bit nicer for you guys. All right, so we came back. It is way too cold to keep droning, and this little guy is almost out of battery, so we're gonna charge it up, at least for now, and then possibly go back out and get a few more shots. But there is a few things that we need to discuss about the drone. So let's talk about adding this in to my vlogging setup. I used to have this Mini 2, which this thing is tiny. When it's folded up, look how small this is. And now I have this thing. It's like 3 times the size as this. Better quality, better features, but a lot bigger. Hasn't been too bad to add to my vlogging setup. Whenever I go out vlogging, what I have is my book bag. And what I do, hold on. So what I do is I have one of these little sling bags that actually came with this book bag. So we'll have this. We'll unplug this for a sec. And then this will just go in the sling bag. And then we'll have the remote. And that'll fit perfectly in the book bag. So we still have a lot of space, even though the drone is pretty big. And then if I need to put this camera or anything else in my bag, I have the little sling bag that came with the Mini, and then that'll just go perfectly on top. So it's kind of divided, organized, and everything still fits together. So although this is a lot bigger of a drone, so far it hasn't felt that much different because it ends up going in my bag just like this would. When you will see it that it's a lot bigger is when you're out in the field using it and flying it. It's a lot louder, it's a lot more noticeable, so people will notice more. Let's see how risky we can get with the Mini 2. It's so much better to be able to use the Pro remote. So I'm trying to show off how much better of a pilot I've become. We're gonna fly the Mini 2 through here and then into the outdoors. I was able to make it outside. Now I'm gonna try and go under the trampoline.
I don't know if I actually got that, but I went through. Oh!
I think it survived. I think I could say I went from a 5 out of 10 pilot to like a 6.5 out of 10 pilot. Don't worry guys, the Mini 2 is fine, not broken. The propellers are even fine. Definitely gonna hit the resale value a little bit because I've crashed it like 3 times now, but hopefully I can still sell it. It works perfectly fine. Just a few things you need to know if you're thinking of getting this Classic 3 or really any drone in general. First is you're probably gonna want these little ND filters. With the Classic, you can change the aperture, so you can adjust it a little bit, but in super bright days or days when it's gonna snow, like it's going to since we're here in Ohio, it's gonna get super bright, and although you can adjust it to, I think, F11, I think is the highest it'll go, you're still gonna want that ND filtered. And then the second thing is I got this with just one battery. It's supposed to have like one of the best batteries out there, about 45 minutes, but that is in perfect conditions, which you're never gonna get, especially in Ohio with wind and snow and the cold, and it's just never gonna be perfect conditions to get those 45 or so minutes. So you're end up gonna get like 25 to 30 minutes at best, I would say. So way better battery than my Mini 2. But one battery is just still not enough. I think if I had 2, which I have one coming in the mail, it'll be the perfect amount. I'll be able to finish up most of my footage with the one battery and then have that second backup just to clean everything up and get all the final shots that I need. So I think 2 batteries should be the perfect amount for the Classic. All right, let's go play with some puppies. Alright, we're gonna go and play with the puppy because someone over here has been obsessed with a certain type of puppy, and although we're not gonna get it from Petland, this is the only place that had one right now that we can actually go and play with. So we're gonna go see this Pikachu thing. What is it called?
A Pekingese.
Pikachu.
Are you eating? No. What? No. This one's chewing.
Hi, Pug. Ow, 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 ow.
She went back. I'm showing this to Barney.
Alright, so somehow we made it out of the dog store without buying a dog because they had some really cute dogs and Bree really wants a dog. But let's wrap this up. Actually doing the wrap up the day of instead of a few days later like always. But is the Mavic 3 a good addition to the vlog setup? It might be a little too early to say, but so far I'm going to go with a yes. I've loved using the drone. I love throwing it up as much as I can, as much as the weather lets me. I love the auto tracking. I love the obstacle avoidance that it has. It is a little bit bigger, but the image quality is pretty good. Like I said earlier, I accidentally had it in 1080p instead of 4K, so that last shot of us actually going into Petland is in 4K, so it should look a little bit better. Let me know down below what you guys think. Have the new battery, so I think I should be good to go, and I think we should see a lot of drone shots in the vlog. So again, let me know down below what you guys think. Is this a little too much? Should I have gone with the Mini 3 Pro? Just your thoughts. Let me know. Leave a like if you liked the video, and hold on. Peace.